Welcome to ISHI 33, Matthew.
Thank you very much. We are from Puritan Medical Products.
Puritan Medical Products. All right, well, what do you do over there at Puritan Medical Products?
So we make swabs, collection devices,
okay,
and liquid transport media.
Okay. And what would these be good for? I mean, a swab, is it just like to clean out your ears? Is it that kind of swab, or?
Well, we make lots of different kinds of swabs.
Okay.
We're here talking about swabs for collecting evidence for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, so we make swabs that can collect blood samples, saliva samples. Very good at collecting trace evidence off of a firearm. Or, we make a product that's a cuticle stick that actually can check underneath fingernails for evidence.
Wow. Okay. So are these products like patented? Are they?
Some are.
Some are. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you're doing like at a crime scene and you're swabbing blood, what do you do with it after you put it on the swab?
Well, it depends on what you're going to do with it sort of downstream.
Okay.
But we do make products like this here. This is a blow molded tube. It's a dry transport swab. So you could collect your sample, stick it in this tube. You could write down some information on it and send it back to the crime lab.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got? I see you got a couple other little fancy things.
This is a foam swab. So we make lots of different types of swabs: foam, flock, spun fibers. This one particular swab is made for our forensics line.
Okay.
You can collect a good cheek sample. So if you wanted to test somebody's DNA, you could take a pupil sample from their cheek.
Oh, okay.
It's also good at collecting trace evidence off of things like firearms and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I brought a little capture device.
Whoa, what is that?
This is a very nifty little device here.
Okay.
The cap pops off. Push it out. You take your sample. Cap goes back on. Close the cap. It's breathable, so there's little holes in the bottom.
Okay.
So on its way back to the laboratory, it can dry out and not create mold and so forth.
Excellent. Yeah. Wow, that is really nifty. And then maybe cut down on some cross-contamination there if you're just...
Exactly right.
Yeah, nice. So who would be buying these products? Like, who's your main market that you want to sell these items to?
Crime labs for the most part. Anybody doing DNA work. They're also used for ancestry and things like that. But mostly we sell through our distributors, our forensics distributors, some of which are here.
Oh, nice.
Thank you very much. Without you all, we could not do what we do. So we appreciate them very much. That's
great. And now, have you worked with lots of different platforms for purifying the DNA from these devices? Like, who do you work with, like, in the industry that might be utilizing these samples in the lab?
Our swabs can be used on most devices for downstream testing. I've not heard of one that it can't be used on.
Okay.
One specific is right over there, the Andy company. They make a portable PCR device, and we've been talking to them quite a bit about swabs.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. So, you know, during the pandemic, which was a long time ago, I do remember this happening.
Yeah.
You know, were things very slow for you? Was that a slow time for you?
Yeah. As a swab manufacturer, things got really slow during the pandemic.
I can't even imagine that, you know, who would have even needed a swab during that time? I think I was maybe swabbing my cheeks 2 or 3 times a week. So
very likely with a Puritan swab.
It could have been.
Yes.
All right. That's fantastic.
Our swabs are in a lot of those over-the-counter coronavirus kits.
Very interesting. Neat.
Yeah.
So corona testing, forensics.
Yes. Diagnostics.
Yeah. That's excellent.
But we also make, cleaning swabs, critical environment clean room swabs. Medical swabs, tongue depressors, things like that.
That is, how many employees does this place have? How big is this Puritan?
About 1,000 employees. We have 4 factories, 3 of which are in Maine, one of which is in Tennessee, just north of Nashville.
Yeah.
We're growing rapidly.
Yeah. So who would be a competitor to Puritan? Like, are there other swab manufacturers out there? I'm sure there are.
A few others out there.
Is it Johnson & Johnson? I think that's what I use. Maybe that's a Puritan swab too. I don't
Johnson
know.
& Johnson very much. There are a few other swab manufacturers out there, but Puritan in the U.S. is really the swab manufacturer.
Okay. Yeah. And then do you have, for this forensics grade, is it something extra special? Is there anything that has to be different about that swab than others?
Yes.
Okay.
So some of our forensics line we do certify as DNA free.
Okay.
So we actually test them to make sure that they're free of amplifiable DNAs and RNAs in DNA.
Excellent. Yeah. That would be probably pretty important for this crowd, right?
And if you're looking through our catalog, you can notice the red label on the wrapper.
Okay.
That explains that their DNA is RNase free.
Okay. And do you guys do those tests at your facilities?
We do.
You have a QC department for that kind of activity?
Yeah.
That's very, very interesting. That's great. Anything else that you can tell me about Puritan?
No, just again, we wanted to thank our distributors. They make it all happen for us. You know, very lucky to have great forensics distributors to support us.
Excellent. And have you been to many ISHIs?
I have been to several myself, and Puritan has been going for years. I'm not quite sure how long, but yeah.
Well, thanks for coming to ISHI 33, and will we see you at ISHI 34 in Denver?
You will.
Next year. Okay.
You will, yeah. Me specifically, probably.
All right.
So, yeah.
Well, then maybe we'll get to chat again.
I would love that.
That'd be so fun.
That would be great.
All right. All right. Thanks a lot, Matthew.
Thank you very much.
Nice chatting.
Hamilton.
Thank you.